Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined short notice. Eryk Anders going down to Brazil, Sao Paulo, to face Thaigo Santos, who also stepped in on not as much short notice to replace Glover, who, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed match, but now it's at least we've got a fight now. Why did you take a 1 week notice fight? That's the first question I think everyone is going to wonder.
Man, I truly love fighting in this sport. And, man, to be honest with you, man, I think I was just born a few centuries too late, man. Like, I really feel like I'm a real live gladiator. I love combat sports. So, they called me, paid me. So, why not?
Nice. I was going to say, because you agreed to step in to face Elias. I was seeing you guys on social media because obviously, and I thought, oh, cool, he's going to do the Toronto card. Then I hear you do this card. I was thinking, man, he just wants everyone. You just don't care who it is.
Man, like I said, man, I just like to fight. And, the only reason why the Elias Theodoro thing didn't pan out is because they wanted a Brazilian to fight. It's in Brazil, so they want Brazilians, just like, they just had a fight in Russia. They had a Russian in every fight, or somebody from the region, So that was the only reason the UFC didn't give me that fight. So they called me, said, you want to fight Thaigo Santos? Let's do it. And now Elias Theodoro is talking about if I beat him, then he'll fight me. So, if I was him, I would start getting ready.
If you fight, you know what? I feel like saying you should fight him anyway, no matter what happens as a result. It should be a fight that happens. What does it matter to any guy who? It should just be if you want to fight, you want to fight.
Well, his story changes every time. First, he says that I turned down the fight. Not true. They wanted a Brazilian. Then I said we can fight. Then, Shoeface got hurt the second time. Okay, we can fight in Canada. No response from him or his management. The UFC tried to reach out to him. My management tried to reach out to him. No response. I signed this fight, and all of a sudden they come out of the woodwork, with the bullshit. So, it is what it is. He's going to have to eat shit because, after I beat Thiago, then he already said that he would fight. So, we'll see what happens. See what he does.
Screenshot that on Twitter. Go, technically, that's a contract. That's a signed contract. That's
what. Oh yeah. And I told him, I hope you're a man of your word. With the spit and handshake. So we'll see what happens.
This is at 205. Now, Thaigo Santos was looking to come up to 205 anyway. So for you, it's not as much as a weight cut. So that's kind of obviously short notice, kind of handy. Last thing you want to be doing is killing yourself to make weight. How much are you walking around at now? Because you only just fought, ladies and gentlemen. You just had a KO finish, head kick KO finish. Very nice, by the way. You just fought, so you've obviously had a couple of treats, a couple of good sweets.
Yeah.
What are you walking around at then?
I walk around about 225, 220, 225. But getting to man, it would just be impossible to get to 185 on 6 days, especially having to get on a flight and whatnot. So he said, if you want to fight at 205. Well, first of all, they asked me, he's like, would you prefer to fight at 205 and 85? I'm just like, listen, man, neither one of us are going to make 85, on 6 days,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's walking around a little heavier, getting ready for a 205 fight. So, his diet probably isn't what it would be if he was fighting at 85. So, 205 is cool, I think we're about the same size. He may be like an inch and a half taller. I've stood next to him, talked to him, chit-chatted, and all that other good stuff. So we're about the same size. So, like I said, I just love this sport and everything about it. So it's going to be hard for me to turn down fights.
The great thing is you've got the experience of the Machida fight, 5 rounds. You've already got that under your belt, so you know what that kind of feels like. You got an idea of the pacing, how to go about it. And you said yourself, you've had a couple of fights, you've had slow starts, and you kind of build yourself up. Thaigo ain't the same. He's a fast starter, and he goes down. So the pair of you kind of going to cross over at some point. Is this something you've got to be aware of yourself now when you go up against Thaigo?
Yeah, for sure. And you're not the first person to say that I fought 5 rounds against Machida and whatnot. But the pace at which these two guys fight at, it's not even comparable. I'm a betting man, and I'm willing to bet that he's going to come out, throwing heat. He's going to come out like a bat out of hell. So, he's pretty relentless. He'll be able to go, for a while. So, let me get you back right.
It's okay. Probably getting Getting a lot of messages, and everyone's probably shouting at you when they're
Nah,
getting the news.
my phone's on 20%, so I got the little notice thing, and it kind of shut
Ah,
for a second. But yeah, man, he's a fast starter. He's super aggressive. I'm aggressive. I like to push forward. He likes to push forward. So there's no doubt that we're going to meet in the middle and let him fly a little bit. This is definitely, if I start this fight the way I started the last fight, it's going to be a short night for me. So I definitely got to be on my P's and Q's, hands up, ready to go, ready to fight, ready to scrap. Full throttle until because I don't see this fight going to the judges on his behalf or on my behalf. Someone's for sure going to get finished. So I'm very confident in myself, size, power, strength, athleticism, technique. I just got back from Vegas and Dallas training out there with some bigger guys as well. So the stars are kind of aligning for me to take this fight.
oh, very nice. I was going to say the athleticism that you have. Obviously it's been documented about your college days. Alabama are doing pretty good so far, 3-0, absolutely owning it, man. They are flying at the moment.
Yeah, they're man. The big thing with Bama is they got to stay healthy throughout the year because they're beating. They just beat Ole Miss. They cut the game off. That the beating was so bad. They switched it over to one of those West Coast teams with some time left in the fourth quarter. So that's how bad that was and how good that they're playing right now. So it's also kind of frightening if you're a team watching film because they have a lot of young players, a lot of inexperienced players, and they're still getting stops on defense, creating turnovers, scoring at will, long runs, long passes. So, I think Bama's the truth this year.
Yeah, they're looking on fire, man. And look, I'm happy the NFL's kicking off too, man. My Chargers team got a win. I'm happy we finally got a win straight away to start 1-1 this season, man. So I'm happy with that. Phillip Rivers, the gunslinger, firing out on there for us. So happy days. But it's weird, man. They've had 2 weeks and there's been 2 ties. That's so rare.
Yeah, man. How bad does it suck to be like a Browns fan? Be like, God, we can't get over the. We're almost there, bro.
631 days. How insane is that, man? That's just, that's gonna break your heart if you're a Browns fan, man.
But at the same time, like when you're at rock bottom, the only way to go is up. So I'm sure it's like, up, man. We didn't lose, we didn't win, but we didn't lose neither. So let's see the upside to this.
And obviously, after your spectacular win, I suppose everyone's giving you praise and your supports around you. What did you do afterwards then? Because only a few weeks back, have you been training intensely, kind of thinking, I want to get back in ASAP, or was it just you were just going to learn in Dallas, like as in just experience, knowledge, and just trying something new?
Well, man, to be honest, I kind of thought, I didn't want to take too much time out because I thought I was going to fight Elias in
December the
Sao
6th.
Paulo.
Yeah. Oh, Sao Paulo, sorry. Yeah.
And then, I was suspended for 30 days, but, the UFC has a way of kind of making that go away, So in order to make a fight that they want happen, as I just realized. I took a little bit of time off. That fight was a little bit rougher for me than, not really rougher, but I definitely got hit and took more damage in that fight than I have in probably, all 11 fights combined. It's the first time I had a black eye in a long time, busted lip, all the whole nine. So I definitely needed to chill for a little bit, just for a few days, just to let everything heal up and whatnot. Because, man, just like anything else, man, if you got a tire that's running, kind of flat, eventually it's going to bust. And so, I'd rather just sit down for a week or so versus a few months because, something broke or, whatever, too hurt to train and whatnot. So, started training again. Went out to Dallas for the fight. Went to Fortis MMA. Trained with those guys for a little bit. They had 3 guys on the card, so everybody was ready to go. Helping those guys get ready. They also have Ryan Spann is also fighting on this card.
He's legit. That dude's legit. He's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, he's dangerous, and he's slick too. So, I got some good work with him and some other 205ers as well, some guys that are much bigger than me, which, he is. So then I went out to Extreme Couture in Vegas in the PI and got some good work with all those guys out there. So man, I'm feeling really good, man. You know, it's not like I was on the couch, you know, watching TV with a
Yeah.
bowl of ice cream in my hand and say, "Hey, do you want to fight? Let me think about it." Nah, man, I'm confident in everything that I'm in my wrestling, striking, grappling, jiu-jitsu, cardio. I think is going to be the big thing because,
Hmm.
uh, man, the better shape you're in, the better you take punches. Like the better you take
Yes. Your
punishment.
body's
If you
conditioned
recover
for
from
it.
the,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
for
agree.
sure. You know, like you'll see some guys who, you know, it looks like the wind of the glove, you know, caught their chin and they got knocked out. And there's some
Mm.
other guys, you know, you'll see them, you know, they'll get the Bambi like Kevin Lee, you know, when he fought Edson Barbosa. Man, that guy's
Yes.
fake, man. So he can recover and make stuff happen off of those, you know, when they get hurt. So very confident in wherever this fight takes place, at whatever pace we fight at. You know, he's kind of shown to wear down a little bit because he does throw everything with bad intentions.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just got to make a miss, you know, maybe wrestle a little bit. But like I said, I'm confident in my ability no matter where the fight goes.
And you were raising awareness and some money in you mentioned about your last fight, about a young 14-year-old man. Do you want to give a shout out now as well about it, and so, as well where people can donate to? Just give a kind of shout out about what's going on.
Yeah, man. Actually, my dog Trey White, he actually had his heart surgery um, a few days ago. Everything's good. Everything's great. He's on the road to recovery. I haven't been able, I was planning on going and seeing him this week, but, you know, I'll be getting on the plane going elsewhere. So, you know, when I get back, you know, definitely got to pay my man Trey a visit. So, but man, I just want to thank everybody for contributing. He got his heart. He's doing good. He's doing great. So, man, we're expecting great things out of Trey.
Oh, that's fantastic stuff. And hey, look, everyone who donated, thank you as well to everyone who donated. Look, I saw an interview you mentioned about it, so it's a beautiful thing, man. And things like this, you know, fighters can help out big time, and even like an auction of fighter kits, stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know, it's great things like that. So look, I'm gonna let you get ready and get your bikini ready for Brazil. And before I let you go, buddy, give us your social media so people can jump on and give you a follow.
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Eryk Anders, ErykAnders. I want to shoot a special shout out to Infinite CBD and Vitamin Energy for, you know, help us with the love and support and keeping things rolling and going. So also everybody who trains at the Spartan Fitness and SBG Alabama, coaches, training partners, everybody knows who they are. So, man, just know that it's much appreciated, everything that you do for me.
Nice, bro. And look, Alabama, they're going all the way to the end. They're going to win it this season again. They're going to
Most
another
likely.
ring.
Most likely.
Hey, look, thanks very much for your time, Eryk. Have a great trip away. Have a great fight. This fight is made. This is a fans kind of fight. You know, it's going to be just absolutely exhilarating. Even though I heard the fight got pulled and then I heard you got called in, I went, I know what Eryk is going to bring. So, mate, have a
Yeah.
great time when you're over there, bro.
Hey, appreciate it, brother. Thanks for having me on the show.